I'm Natasha Hussein, and this is Newsfeed, your dose of what people are talking about online. Beauty pageants have increasingly faced a reckoning for objectifying women. But in Japan, a different sort of backlash has emerged after a new Miss Japan was crowned this week.
栄えある2024ミス日本グランプリは1番 C のカロリーナさんです。
おめでとうございます。
Carolina Shino's win has been overshadowed by vocal debate online over race and identity. She was born in Ukraine to Ukrainian parents, but moved to Japan at age 5 with her mom, who remarried a Japanese man. Shino is the first naturalized Japanese citizen to win the pageant. Upon being crowned in impeccable Japanese, she gave a heartfelt victory speech about belonging.
やっぱり人種の壁というものもあり、日本人として生きてはいますが、なかなか受け入れてもらえないことも多くあった中で、今回本当に日本人として認められたという気持ちで、感謝の気持ちでいっぱいです。ありがとうございます。これからも多様性だったり、人を見た目で判断しない社会づくりに貢献していきたいと思っております。
While some say Carolina Shino's victory is a sign of the times and represents Japan's shifting demographics from being more homogenous to becoming increasingly diverse, others are adamant she doesn't look like a Miss Japan should, calling out the fact that she is in fact 100% white. Mayu is in Tokyo and has more on the victory that's divided Japanese society.
What does it take to look Japanese? As you can see behind me, most people have dark eyes, dark hair, including myself. And because that's not exactly what the new Miss Japan looked like, it's sparking a debate over what it takes to be a Japanese. Well, Carolina Shino was born in Ukraine. Her parents are both Ukrainian, but she moved to Japan at the age of 5. She has a Japanese passport, and her mother tongue is Japanese, which makes her eligible to compete in the beauty pageant. But when she was crowned Miss Japan 2024, some people took to social media expressing frustration over whether a person of having 0 Japanese percentage is qualified to win Miss Japan. She doesn't look Japanese. Where's the Japaneseness, some say?
Some people think that her becoming Miss Japan is political correctness gone wrong, and that she won just because of diversity and inclusivity. This one person even writes, she's not even biracial but 100% Ukrainian. They are discriminating against Japanese faces. And another wrote, this is like a dog winning a cat contest. While others welcome the changing demographic in Japan and accept her as Japanese.
When you take a look at English articles, there's a lot of articles that says that her victory sparked anger and fury among the Japanese. But let me tell you, that's not really the case here. There's no major Japanese outlet that writes negative comments about her victory. Of course, they do refer to this nationwide debate on social media. And bear in mind that the Twitter or X platform in Japan is often used as a place where people would just throw in negative comments, racist comments, because users are anonymous. And there's definitely positive comments such as, this represents the sign of times, or it shows how Japan progressed in terms of diversity. And this is a big step from 10 years ago when Miss Ariana Miyamoto won Miss Japan. Her mother is Japanese and her father is an African American, and back then her victory raised questions over whether a person of mixed race is eligible to be crowned as the most beautiful Japanese woman, even though she is 50% Japanese. And now, a Ukrainian-born Miss Japan. And at a time when Japan is pushing for diversity and inclusion at workforces and at schools, now is not the time to ask, are you really Japanese? And as Ms. Shino said at her victory speech, now is the time to create a society where people are not judged based on their appearances.
Now, this won't be everyone's cup of tea, but a storm has been brewing between the US and the Brits after an American chemist concluded that the perfect cuppa needs a pinch of salt. In her new book, Steeped: The Chemistry of Tea, Professor Michelle Francie analyzed ancient texts dating back over 1,000 years before reaching her conclusion. Needless to say, this has not gone down well in the UK, so the American Embassy in London decided to intervene. In a press release, it wrote, "Tea is the elixir of camaraderie, a sacred bond that unites our nations. The unthinkable notion of adding salt to Britain's national drink is not official United States policy. Let us unite in our steeped solidarity. The U.S. Embassy will continue to make tea in the proper way by microwaving it." Ouch, that's not going to brew nicely with the Brits. So let's go to Ireland and see if they're as boiling mad with the Americans.
Listen, America, you're coffee drinkers. Stay the out of this. You made it very clear what you think about tea. When you started up America, didn't you throw a load of tea bags in the sea, and now you're trying to make tea taste like sea? I have a lovely cup of tea here. Let's try it. Bit of salt. My doctor's not going to believe I found a new way to introduce salt into my diet. They're going to have to start measuring my blood pressure in meters per second. Let's go. I think I don't know. It's actually okay, but I don't want any more.
Well, the Hollywood Awards season is well underway, and with it comes the usual snubs and surprises. However, one such snub in the Oscars nominee list took over social media almost the same way the movie Barbie took over this summer. Although Barbie racked up 8 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture, it was just not enough. Sorry, I had to do it. Greta Gerwig was not nominated for Best Director, and Margot Robbie was robbed of a Best Actress nom. But were these two creators of one of the highest grossing movies ever going to get the recognition they deserve?
Greta Gerwig is probably the most consistently recognized female filmmaker because all of her films have granted her nominations at the Academy Awards. Whereas you have people like Sofia Coppola, who I know you guys know. She kills the game making really, really good movies, and she doesn't really have a miss. Only has one movie that ever got Oscar attention. Even with men too. Like, she's literally one of the only people that has this record with all their films. And then as for Margot Robbie, she's just also another person that always just will be in a role and she'll garner awards attention. And also, when you actually listen to the campaign tour and all the press that she did it way more in line of the producing aspect than the acting, which is why it was easy for them to get Best Picture. So moral of the story is I don't feel so bad about the misses because Greta and Margot already have a seat at the table that is often available for them. People like Lily Gladstone, who's the first Native American woman ever to be nominated for Best Actress, their journey to be able to make it even to see a seat available is a lot harder, and that seat can easily be gone.
It's easy for an ordinary netizen to lose perspective and stand timeline-dominated social media. Yet, you still don't expect politicians like Hillary Clinton to be among them. But that was exactly what happened when the former U.S. presidential candidate posted a statement in support of Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie saying they're more than enough.
Greta and Margot, while it can sting to win the box office but not take home the gold, your millions of fans love you. You're both so much more than enough. And here comes the kicker. Hashtag Hillary Barbie. So, bam, there's a genocide going on.
I guess winning the popular vote while still losing to Donald Trump just hurt too much. Now, that post is getting called out for white feminism, and many of those takes are going viral, like this one from Sana Saeed. She calls out the hypocrisy of getting angry about a movie when Palestinian women are being starved, killed, and forced to live through a 300% spike in miscarriages. All right, our next story. Social media has been buzzing about young girls in Sephora. Some claim that the kids they've encountered in the makeup store are extremely rude and pushy. Others say they drain, steal, or trash the shop's sample products and terrorize employees. But most question their presence in Sephora at all. Lara explains.
Sephora. Gotta go to Sephora.
In the aisles of Sephora, a trend is brewing. Gen Alpha is racing towards adulthood with a newfound love for makeup.
Let's go to Sephora.
The little ones, armed with a desire for high-end products, are taking over the beauty brand.
Yeah, she's on the hunt. She's on the hunt. There's other little girls. There's multiple kids here. Isolation. I literally saw at least 6 girls under the age of 13.
Amidst the chaos, critics blame parents, pointing fingers at the Sephora Kids making a mess.
This teenager came in and destroyed our store. We have to clean all of this up.
Get me. Get my hair. Where the f is the drunk elephant? Like I'm about to make a smoothie. I think I need a basket. Which one should I try? I'm thinking swatch party.
And dermatologists issue a warning. These products aren't child's play.
I just died a little. Why does this adorable 11-year-old need makeup and this skincare routine, which is more complicated than mine?
Moms, if your child wants Drunk Elephant, just advise against it. And if you're a little girl and you want Drunk Elephant, you do not need it. You are going to damage your skin.
So, what is the reason behind the Sephora craze? Tweens idolize the 20-something influencers on social media. Trends like Get Ready With Me fuel their desire for products used by these influencers, oblivious to their purpose. And brands like Drunk Elephant and Sol de Janeiro take the spotlight with colorful packaging, enticing little girls to indulge in the trend without a second thought.
Where is the drunk elephant? I need the drunk elephant. I've seen this all over TikTok.
Livy, what are you hoping to get today?
I don't know. Sol de Janeiro.
Sol de Janeiro. Liv, what's your favorite skincare brand?
Skincare?
Yeah.
Drunk elephant.
Drunk Elephant.
Some argue it's a chance for beauty brands to step up their game.
If they're gonna go into Sephora, I might as well have a tween or teen section that curates a collection of products that are safe for these teenagers to use. That should come with a lot of educational component with a lot of master classes for skincare beginners.
While others find it perplexing that 14-year-olds discuss luxury brands like seasoned pros.
Girls that are my daughter's age, that are her peers, talk to me like I'm their peer. So what do you think of the Dior? Do you have the Drunk Elephant? Do you have the Charlotte Tilbury? And I'm like, you're 14. We're not on the same level.
The trend causes concern for many. But there are also defenders, acknowledging the timeless desire of tweens to grow up faster, now expressed through high-end makeup products rather than, say, Barbie.
We're Gen Alpha influencers. Of course we are obsessed with skincare. We're Gen Alpha influencers. Of course we don't have toys.
And that's our show. Find our latest stuff on YouTube and do subscribe to our channel. Have a good weekend and see you soon.